Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be about QCAD tutorials, specifically the modification tools function. So without further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to click back. Well, we have it there, but if you're starting from the home toolbar, just go over here to modification tools. Now, see these top 6 here are basically just geometric projections. Well, not projections, but geometric kind of functions almost. Like, for example, you have your rotate, your slide, your flip, and so forth. These are highlighted in gray because, again, you need to select them using the select tool. Once you click the select tool, you select them, and then you can just basically translate or rotate or flip however much you want. So basically, we're going to start off offset with distance. Basically, you can have set it to custom distance. For example, let's set it at 3. And we have line here, lines here, circles here, circles here. We change this to 2, and you can see it decreases the distance between our lines and our circles, etc. So we have here offset through a point. So we have to choose our point, and we can offset through, say, however many units we want. We can do that. So we can do that. Okay, our next is trim. So basically what we can do is we can trim something. So we click the wrong one. So basically what we can do, if we want to trim out this section, we first have to select which piece we want to keep. So I want to keep the bottom wheel. So I'll just click there. We can trim here. Again. If we click trim both, we can see something here happens. We see this particular intersect line got trimmed, as did this section of the curve. And if we do it another way, we can do the same thing. We can click on the curve, click on that, and we'll trim the whole line going this way as they intersect, as well as the top part because we selected the bottom part. Lengthen and shorten, again, it's very simple. You just click the line you want to shorten or lengthen. You can change the amount you want to shorten it by. So, for example, let's do 5. I can change that to -3. And we just shortened this line by -3. So you have to select the line to choose. You can select it multiple times. Or you can go the other way. You can type in a positive number. And let's say it's +3. And you click here. I'll keep adding lines until we want it to stop. So next we have stretch. A stretch is very useful. It's sort of, so for example, if we click here, then it generates this line, for example, at the top that we had. So we could say, for example, stretch it like this. And as you can see, it will basically stretch this line instead of the one we selected, but that's okay. We'll just undo that. Okay, and then next we have chamfer and bevel. Now this is basically sort of rounding out your corners, but not really. So for example, we can just select a point here, select a point here, and we can change the lengths of these. So for example, if we wanted to say 4 and 4, then we'll be able to draw this line and get a bigger sort of what was it, triangle got cut out. Next thing you can do is you can do let's see what you can use. You can use the round tool, which will basically round the corner. And basically it just rounds like that. Now again, you can also adjust the radius. For example, if we want it to be 5, we can get a bigger sort of curve. And we can get a particularly big curve if we go, for example, a radius 10, and then click on the sides that you want to join the curve. Divide, this one's pretty simple. Also, you just click divide. You select a point on the line you want to divide. So let's divide it here. We're going back to select. Oops. So we're going to go to divide. Select. Now as you can see, we have 2 line segments that show up here. There's the left one that's highlighted and the right one that's highlighted. So I'm going to go back to Control. We're going to click this. We're going to delete, and we deleted part of our divided line. So let's see, we're going to go back to modification tools. This is breakout segment. Again, it's not particularly useful because we can just break it out in other ways. So for example, let's try this out. So we had, for example, we had a segment running from this circle to this circle. And now if we click on the middle part here, we had a breakout running from this edge of the circle to the edge of this circle because we clicked on the intersection. And likewise, if we click here, we have a breakout as well. Breakout manual, again, it's not really useful because we already have breakout segment. Now auto trim is interesting. Now auto trim will basically sort of, very similar like trim. Basically just click on the segment that you want to keep. So we have it like that. That's what happens if we kind of click on a big line at the bottom. It will just go away. And likewise over here we have the bottom of our circle selected, so we're just going to trim that. And finally we have breakout gap. Now breakout gap is basically what it sounds like. You're just going to set a break within a line segment. So for example, if we clicked here, we have a small gap here. Now we can go back. We can change the gap size to about 3. Let's do 4. Click on the line. As you can see around our cursor, we have this sort of little circular radius thing, circular circle. It will tell us basically in which direction, how far in each direction it will create the gap. So we'll click here, and we have a gap of 4. Next we have edit text. We don't have text here or hatches. Explode requires selection. Bring to front. Again, you have to select them. But these are some additional tools you can use. I'll probably go over them in another video. But yeah, that's basically the gist of image or map canvas modifications for QCAD. I hope you guys liked and enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.